What's up, guys? How are y'all doing? Welcome, welcome. All right. So let me just do a little tweet here so I have more people coming in. All right. We'll take 2 seconds. But welcome back to the backtesting session, Monday backtesting session with Amos. So as you guys already know, we're going to do a weekly recap of the best trades you could have caught last week. Scalping, of course, because you know I'm a scalper. And then we're going to go over and do a backtesting tournament, and we have a few accounts to give away, so 50k growth accounts, and we also have FX replay how is it called, FX replay memberships basically to give away also for the top 3 of the backtesting tournament. So yeah, what's up, EK? How are you doing? How are you doing, my brother? Much love, much love. This is my my low risk to reward brother here. Let's go. You're killing it. All right, guys. Just making a tweet real quick, and we're gonna start. All right. I want everyone to join in. I want everyone to join in on this. Hopefully, you guys made some money today. It was a trend day, so. All right. Posting that on Twitter right now, and we're starting. All right, let's go. All right, what's up, my guys? So starting here, we're gonna do a weekly recap of the best trades you could have caught last week, scalping a certain strategy that I'm going to show you. I always talk about the strategy on stream and also on my YouTube channel, so shouldn't be too complicated to understand. And yeah, so we're going to start with this, and then we're going to do the backtesting tournament. All right, guys, so starting with the first strategy that I want to show you guys and I want to talk about is basically the fair value gap strategy. And we're going to basically do the same thing as last time, but this is possibly one of the best strategies I like to trade with, especially with scalping, basically. So I'm going to just show y'all the framework behind the trade and why I like it so much. All right. So a fair value gap is a 3 candle pattern where the upwick, let's say we're going to do a bullish scenario. Okay. Let's pretend these are bullish candles. All right, I'm just gonna do this. We'll be quicker. All right. So here, I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, "Oh my God, fair value gaps, ICT. I don't want to hear that." But listen up, okay? So here we go. A fair value gap is a 3 consecutive candle pattern where the upwick of the first candle doesn't touch the downwick of the third. All right. This is really important. So now once you know this, you're like, okay, there is 3 ways you can play with fair value gaps. You either have them as, your area of entry to basically you're predicting that buyers are going to step in again to create new highs in the market. This is, the first option you have. I don't like to play that way. Second, you wait for this fair value gap to get inversed, and then you know that those aggressive buyers got, squeezed. So then you try to go short for a scalp play. This is really, really good, but I'm not going to talk about this framework today. I'm going to talk about how you can play it in the best possible way, in my opinion, and it's by targeting this fair value gap when it's unfilled and it just got created. So let's say here in this scenario, you have this 3 consecutive candle pattern that creates a gap because the upwick of the first candle doesn't touch to the downwick of the third. Good. So now we know this right here is an area where aggressive buyers were so present in the market that it led to basically an imbalance. So now what am I going to do with this imbalance? I basically I know that there's so many limit orders right here and so many people that are basically waiting to get filled inside this gap right here because there wasn't any fair exchange between buyers and sellers right here. Buyers were too aggressive. So now, in order for the market to be healthy, we need to retrace back here and then find value. Okay, so what do I like to do? I like to see those fair value gaps being formed on the 15-minute chart, and as soon as they're being formed, I like to find signs of weakness at highs and then try to scalp this internal fair value gap for a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Okay, usually when those fair value gaps are being created, they're extremely good targets, and you have the timing on your side. Okay, this is also what I like. It's utilizing the timing side of trading, not just the price action. Price is here, but there's also the time. And why is this strategy, in my opinion, really good? It's because you're timing the fair value gap creation and then you're taking a scalp. Okay, what's up, Holly? How are you guys doing? 2 evals away from max allocation. Nice. So yeah, we're gonna do 2 50k growth accounts giveaways, and yeah, 2 50k growth accounts plus also FX replay memberships. So make sure to like the stream. At around 100 likes, we're doing the giveaway. So right now we're not too many right now, but hopefully people will see my tweet on Twitter and we'll jump in. all right, so yeah, basically the strategy is you're trading the 15-minute, okay, 15-minute unfilled fair value gap strategy. This is how I called it. And as soon as you're creating a fair value gap, you want to find signs of weakness at the highs in order to trade back down towards the gap. I will show you guys multiple examples of that happening in real time this week, and you guys will be able to see basically that you can catch 10 15 handles consistently. You don't need to know the whole daily range and have a weekly, monthly bias and aligning them all together. You can just take your piece of the pie and walk out with a W. Okay, this is what I like about scalping. In my opinion, it gives you the biggest edge because you have way more candles printing, so you have more data to filter and you can also be more selective. So let's start right here. Let me just open up my journal to make sure I don't miss any trades. All right. So we're going to start with Monday. Okay, we're going to go over the price action of last week, and we're going to try to find 5 beautiful scalps you could have caught using the strategy. Okay, we're utilizing unfilled 15-minute gaps, and we're trying to find the right timing in order to scalp them. Good. So now let me go here on this day. It was on Monday, September 15th, 2025. So you guys are seeing price displacing aggressively to the upside. What does that mean? It means that we are creating bullish 15-minute fair value gaps. What is this? What is a fair value gap? The up wick of the first candle doesn't touch the down wick of the third. This is a gap, and this tells us basically that buyers were so strong that we didn't get any pullbacks and didn't get any fair exchange between buyers and sellers. So now I know that price will be attracted to those gaps, either to bounce from them, okay, in order to basically it will either retrace back to them or it will bounce from them. Okay, this is basically the 2 ways I see it. So now price is displacing extremely hard to the upside. I can see a gap is forming. But here, the closure of this candle right here is way too strong. I don't want to play shorts here knowing that this candle just closed bullish. Okay, I'm always basing my trade off of how big is the wick of the candle, how big is the body, is the body bearish, is the body bullish. So here in this scenario, this candle is way too bullish for me, so I will not try to enter shorts back down towards this 15-minute gap because it's too far away from me. Now, let me just show y'all when it gets interesting. Right now, this 15-minute candle is going to close. A brand new one is going to open, but knowing that this candle is huge and this right here is the upwick of the first, if the next candle, okay, so if the third candle trades back inside the range of the previous one, I know that a fair value gap will be created on the 15-minute chart. And if a fair value gap is being created on a 15-minute chart, I know that as soon as it's being created, we will most likely dump back down towards it because it's the fuel of the market. It needs to retrace towards those fair value gaps in order to have enough fuel to go up or down. Okay, so here, let me just show y'all what happened on the 15. Right here on this 15-minute candle, we couldn't close above the previous candle's high right here, and we closed back inside the range, letting this unfilled 15-minute gap. What does that mean? It means that my drawn liquidity becomes this unfilled gap. This is what I want to see. So then I'm gonna go down to the 1 minute chart and find reasons on why I should enter the market. So this is when your 1 minute structure is so important. This is when you want to rely on your order blocks, breaker blocks, inversion for value gaps, and this is when it will most likely hold for you. Okay, so here I know that I have a really good target below me. This 15-minute candle just closed, and I have a 15-minute unfilled for value gap just below me. So now this is the moment where I would want to take a short play on a break and retest. This is how we call them, but basically an order block. So as soon as we create that break of structure and we pull back towards it, I would enter shorts here on the pullback, thinking that price will most likely dump back down as soon as this 15-minute candle will close, because an unfilled gap will be created. Okay, really, really important. So right here, you guys see this is where you could go short. Your stop loss right above this candle's high right here. Let me just put mine. This is right here. All right. So stop loss right above this candle's high and take profit at a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Okay, pretty clean and clear trade right here. And as you guys see, in 5 minutes, you hit your target. So what happened inside your mind? You knew that price was displacing extremely, extremely hard to the upside. And as soon as that second candle prints, you know that if the third candle, a bullish value gap is a 3 consecutive bullish candle pattern, where the up wick of the first candle doesn't touch into the down wick of the third. So if the third candle right here can't push and can't accept price above the previous one, we will most likely draw back down towards the unfilled gap that is being created. So your job is to find those areas where price is displacing extremely hard, so you know that it will most likely fail, okay, and be exhausted to go back up again. And this is where you will find sellers for a quick pullback. This is how you find pullbacks in the market, basically. Okay, so now this was the first trade you could have caught, and it was on an order block play. This is how I call them. So you had a high, low, lower high, lower low, and then this break of structure right here is the area where you expect sellers to defend their positions in order to create a new low in the market into your 15-minute bullish for value gap. Okay, first trade you could have caught. Now let me just put that right here. Yeah, I'll put the gaps like this. Any questions on that first trade? Because we're gonna go over multiple trades like those, but you guys can see on this 15-minute chart, we have a fair value gap here, and as soon as we created it, we dumped back down, and this is what I'm basically looking for in this backtesting session. Okay, so this is the first trade. Then we're gonna go over and take a look at a second trade you could have caught here. Let me just see on the day. So okay, we're gonna go over on this same day. I'm gonna go faster. Same thing here that happened. You guys are seeing this is huge areas of rejections. So your nice support area, we can call them resistance in this case because these are highs. We find resistance at those highs, but what is happening here? This candle is trading aggressively to the upside, letting what a 15-minute bullish for value gap. Okay, if we're creating bullish for value gaps and this candle is failing to close above the previous candle's high, it means that price is most likely going to need fuel in order to push up or down in the market. So this is the moment where you would want to anticipate shorts back down towards this unfilled gap, because you know this is the area that price needs to come back to in order to push up or down. So here you scale down to your 1 minute chart, and again, this is when you can rely on your entry models. This is when you can rely on your breaker block. Okay, what is your breaker block? High, low, higher high, lower low, and then you would take the retest towards that break of structure in order to create a new low towards this fair value gap, which is a magnet in price. Okay, a magnet in price. So this is your drawn liquidity. You can always mark them out as being your drawn liquidity. So here it is a breaker block entry. Okay, you have high, low, higher high, lower low, and this whole zone here is a good area to anticipate those sellers to step in again in order to create a new low into the 15-minute unfilled gap. So right here, this candle closed right here, and then I could go short, stop loss right above this candle's high, and basically targeting the unfilled 15-minute gap. Let me just put that in white right here. Okay, that's good. So here they changed it in TradingView. I think they changed the way that you're backtesting on TradingView. But confirm, and you guys see in literally 2 minutes we hit our target, which is the unfilled 15-minute gap. Okay, really clean play. What happened? We displaced extremely hard to the upside. First candle pushed, second candle was extremely aggressive. So now we know that if the second candle is aggressive and buyers were so strong, it means that the next candle will be the one that will decide if we're going to take a scalp or not. This third candle right here, if it pushes up aggressively, I don't want to take the scalp anymore. I'm too far away from this 15-minute bullish fair value gap, and I know buyers stepped in again, above the previous 15-minute candle's high to accept price above it. So now it's way to 50-50 to try to short back down towards this unfilled. I need it to be close to me. I need it to be, an area with low volume that is not too far away from me, so I know I can rely on my entry models on the 1-minute chart to dictate if price is going to go down or up. So here in this case, you saw the first candle printed. The second one was the one that was telling us, yo, Amos, this candle is printing aggressively. We have a whole lot of buyers here. If we fail to close above this candle and we start rejecting, and we let an unfilled gap, this will be my target. Okay, this will be my target, and this will be the area of low volume that price needs to retrace back to in order to create new highs or lows in the market. Was the entry on this one valid because the wick of the break-in structure didn't go into the 15-minute fair value gap? It never does. It never does. Listen, when the fair value gap just gets created, it never does. Why? Because it's these 1-minute candles are the one forming the gap. Okay, basically, if you can understand well, because you're playing the third candle right here, and it cannot enter the gap until that candle is closed. Okay, so it's always valid basically when the gap is still unfilled. You need to target unfilled gap basically. So this was the second trade you could have caught. It was also on Monday, September 15th, 2025. So now let me go over another scenario, and you guys will be pretty interested in that way of trading, in my opinion, in scalping, because in my opinion, what is hard about scalping is understanding the timing aspect. Of course, everyone kind of knows, but a lot of people know where price is most likely going to go, and they have a good grasp of the technicals. But the really hard thing in trading is to time your entry without your stop loss being hit. Okay, and the thing is with the strategy is that it tells you when to look for a trade, and this is why I like it, because there is the timing aspect. Okay, in trading there's price, but if you only look at price, then there is sometimes that you will get faked out because of an aspect of time, in my opinion. Okay, when those gaps are being created, if you're long, then you should expect some sort of retracement. You cannot have your stop loss inside those 15-minute gaps, because timing wise it doesn't make sense. Okay, we created an imbalance in a certain time frame, so we need to retrace back towards it. Okay, so here let me show you guys the trade you could have caught, and it was this one. All right, what is happening? We are displacing aggressively inside this whole range. You see, there is no gaps whatsoever. No gaps whatsoever. What does that mean? It means that price is choppy. Price isn't in a distribution mode. It's in an accumulation mode. And if price is accumulating, this is not, price is in a fair value. Okay. If buyers and sellers agree on price, it means that price will go nowhere. It's when a certain participants will start being more aggressive than another that price will create those kind of imbalances and will start ripping to the upside. If buyers and sellers like this price will chop, and it will build up volume inside this level. So this is not where you want to take trades. You want to look for impulsion and then look for signs of weakness to get the pullback. So here in this case, what happened? We are pushing to the upside aggressively for the first time in this whole day. And then what is happening with this candle? We are failing to close strongly above this previous candle's high. We're creating a big upwick, small body, and we have an unfilled gap right below us. So now I know this gap is an area where there wasn't any fair exchange between buyers and sellers, this will most likely act as a magnet because basically there is low volume in this area and price loves to come back towards those low volume areas. Good. So knowing this, I can even take it a little further and go and take a look at ES, because ES and NQ are correlated pairs, and I will look even for more confirmations to tell me that price wants to go down. So here, if I take a look at ES, what is happening? ES sweeps this 10-15 high, sweeps liquidity, sweeps this 10-15 high, while NQ can't sweep this 10-15 high. What does that create? An SMT divergence, and that divergence right here is an extra confirmation that is telling you, all right, timing wise, we literally need to dump back down towards this unfilled gap right now. Okay, this is what we like about scalping. We want to have moves quick in and out of the market. We want to be right quick, we want to be wrong quick. Okay, so here in this 15-minute gap, I know this is my target, so now I also created an SMT with ES. I will find reasons on why I should enter. If on the 1-minute chart price looks like this, I will not enter. There is no reason for me to enter. This is when I will rely on, okay, is there any breaker blocks? Is there any order blocks? Okay, breaker is a high, low, higher, high, lower, low. This is my breaker block. And is there any order blocks? So high, low, higher, low, lower, low. Order block. Is there any inversion for value gaps? Is there any fair value gaps being created? I want to find reasons on why I should enter the market right now towards this area, because I know it is a magnet and price wants to fill this gap right now. Good. So now I'll go down to this 1-minute chart and find reasons on why I should enter. What is happening here on this chart? We have what we call a breaker block, and I'm telling you the reason usually why those breaker blocks will have a little bit more it will be a little bit better than other confirmations. It's because it's not because of the candlestick pattern in and of itself. Of course it's good, but the fact that it has an unfilled gap below it makes it so much more valuable. Okay, it makes it so much more high probability to hit this internal low and to create a 10-15 handle move to the downside than if there wasn't any gaps. Okay, so here, really good area to enter on. You have your breaker block. You can short, stop loss right above this candle's high. Take profit at your 1-to-1 risk to reward. Okay, right here. We love 1-to-1 risk to rewards. We love those quick scalps in and out of the market. We don't want to be in too much. So here is the trade right here, the third trade of the week, okay, which happened on Wednesday, September 16, 2025. If I can recap it again, what happened? We displaced hard on this 15-minute candle. And if we displace hard on the second candle, it means that if this third candle fails to accept price above the second one, then we have a potential short opportunity because we will have an unfilled gap below us. And if we have an unfilled gap below us, what does that mean? It means that it's a magnet and I need to find reasons on why I should enter back down towards this unfilled gap. Okay, we do that in New York session because New York session is volatile. Those kind of plays, you need volatility, you need to see those follow through in order to find quick scalps in the market. So this was the third trade you could have caught this week, which happened on Tuesday, September 16th, sorry. Okay, so then we're going to take a look at another trade you could have caught using the same exact system. So we're going to go immediately on Thursday. Okay, so if there's any questions, guys, don't be shy to ask them. Of course, sometimes it can sound confusing at first, and if you're not too familiar with ICT concepts, it is not your typical way of trading ICT. This is what I like. It's like not a lot of people are trading that way, and this is what I like to do. I hate to do what all the masses are doing. I like to do stuff that I built on my own. I like to do stuff that not a lot of people are understanding, and so I can really master it and know that, okay, I have a little edge here. Okay, if everyone is digging in the same hole to find gold, there is most likely not going to be gold for you. Okay, this is the principle of having an edge in the first place. All right, you need to do stuff that are a little bit different than what most people are looking at. Okay, what is happening right here? We are creating a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Good. We're creating a 15-minute bullish fair value gap, and I know that, all right, this candle was strong, so I don't want to trade right here. I don't want to trade right now from this candle. I would wait for more confirmations. I want to wait for signs of aggression from those sellers to tell me, all right, we need to retrace back towards this unfilled gap. We don't have enough fuel. Sellers are stepping in. Those buyers are being squeezed above those highs here. I need fuel. Okay, we need a healthy retracement in the market. Good. So what is going to happen here? I would want the next candle right here to start printing and giving me signs of aggression back down, so I can scalp this internal gap. Okay, same principle. A gap is being created. I want to target it, and I want to basically have this unfilled gap as being my take profit. Okay, because I know there wasn't a fair exchange between buyers and sellers. Price is currently inefficient, and for it to be efficient, we need to come back towards that inefficiency, okay, which is called a fair value gap. So here, a brand new candle will open right here on this 15-minute chart. We open higher, creating a bullish fair value gap. Right here, you create an inversion back down, and you have an unfilled gap right below you. Is that a good trade? It is an extremely good trade, but the further you are away from the fair value gap, the higher your risk to reward and the lower your win rate. Okay, this is how statistics are made. If you are far away from the gap, it means that your risk to reward is high, so you have a low chances of winning your trade over time. So, but basically, if you wait though for more confirmations and you wait for this breaker to form, then seeing a pullback right here, you're closer to the gap. So if you're closer to your target, it means that your risk to reward is lower, so your win rate is higher. So this is what I want to see. So here, this inversion fair value gap is the best play in terms of risk to reward, but it's not the most consistent play. I would argue with you that the breaker right here is the most consistent play. What is a breaker? If you ask me again, I'm here to tell you guys exactly what is a breaker. A breaker is when you create a high, low, higher high, and then you see this zone, this small zone right here. This is areas where buyers should defend their position right here to create a new high. This is what we call an order block. But what is a breaker block? It's when you create that order block, that bullish order block, and those buyers fail to create a new high from that block of order. So now you would use that block of order, this failed bullish order block, as being a breaker block, so an area to find resistance from in order to create a new low. Okay, so here in this case, I would wait for my breaker to form, and then I have the confirmations that, okay, sellers are accepting price above, cannot accept price above this previous 15-minute candle, and we have an unfilled gap right below me, which is a magnet in price because price is inefficient currently, and we need to see a healthy pullback for the market to be healthy. So now I will wait for this fair value gap to get disrespected, creation of the breaker block on the 1-minute chart right here. This is where you create that breaker block. Okay, at this exact moment, as soon as you create that breaker block, this is where you can anticipate those shorts to start coming in. Okay, really good. You broke below that structure. You also create that order block on the 1-minute chart. You have all the confirmations in the world that is telling you, hey, for a quick scalp right now, you have quite some chances of winning. You have, what is happening basically? Multiple things. You're inversing bullish fair value gaps. All right, you're creating bearish breakers. Okay, you're disrespecting bullish order blocks. You have an unfilled bullish fair value gap on the 15-minute chart right below you. Okay, what does that mean? It means that price is currently inefficient. It needs to find balance inside the zone ASAP. Okay, so now I have multiple confirmations on the lower time frames and on the higher time frames that is telling me, all right, I need to enter right now. So here is my sell position, stop loss right above this candle's high, take profit inside the unfilled 15-minute gap. Now look at what is going to happen. We get a retracement, we pull back again towards the breaker. It's all good. Price can retrace back towards those areas to find support, find resistance, and then go back down. Okay, let it some room to breathe. And right here, this is the exact moment where you feel this unfilled gap, and you had a good play. You had a play that you can see in the long run. Okay, that is repeatable and that has a framework that is mechanical. You see it happening in real time. You're forming this 15-minute bullish fair value gaps. You know, okay, basically that if you fail to accept price above the previous 15-minute candle's high, you will most likely dump back down towards the unfilled. Okay, extremely good trade in my opinion right here. So then we can try to look for even more trades like those. Again, another trade that happened right here. I really want to I don't want to basically show y'all, okay, this strategy is the best. I really want to show y'all the power of being able to scalp 10 to 15 handles every day. This is really my job. In my opinion, so many people are not focused on stuff that are consistent. They're focused on, you know, big wins. They're focused on small losers and extremely being able to top tick the market, bottom tick the market. It is not consistent. What the market is consistently delivering is 15, 20 handle moves that are repeatable in the long run. Okay, but then in some cases there are days where everything is aligning together, so then you could take a potential longer trade and, you know, hold it for 2-3 hours, etc., or go for a higher risk reward. But it is not every day that price will give you those kind of opportunities. So right here, as you guys see, this 15-minute candle is displacing hard, okay, below the first candle. What does that mean? It means that we are most likely going to create a 15-minute unfilled gap if this third candle right here is failing to displace below the second one. Good, we know this, we know it's our framework, so we know that as soon as the gap is going to be created, we have a lot of chances of us going back to fill this gap. Okay, extremely important. So now I will go down to this 1-minute chart and I will mark out my previous candle's low as being an area where I don't want to see price being accepted below here. Okay, so now this would be a area of support. I want to see price being supported right here. So now the new candle on the 15 opens up, starts to go up, then we go down. Okay, good. We sweep this internal low and then we create what? A breaker block. And then if I go on this 15-minute chart, where is my fair value gap? It's right here. We have an unfilled gap right above us. Price is failing to close below the previous candle's low. It's telling us that there's a lot of responsive buyers below lows and trying to see aggression to the upside to find fair value inside this fair value gap, okay, on this 15-minute chart. So now, is there any signs that are telling me, hey, you need to go long right now because price will run without you? Good, let's take a look at it. So now we can see that we have a sweep of liquidity, so a sell side liquidity sweep. Perfect sweep, this is how I call them, when you can't see any candle closures below, on the 1-minute chart below the sell side. If we have this is a good confirmation that price got absorbed by those buyers. Then, if I take a look at those candles, we create a low, high, lower low, higher high. Okay, what does that mean? It means that it's a breaker block on those lower time frames. If I have a breaker block, it means that if I don't enter right now, and the covering is going to happen right here, I am not going to get picked up. Okay, so this is the signs of aggression from the buyers that I want to see in order to trade back towards this unfilled gap. So here in this case, let me just show you guys what happened. So a good trade here, in my opinion, would be to go long here, stop loss right below this candle's low, take profit where at a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Okay, of course you're scalping 19 handles in the market. You're not basically telling yourself that price is going to close bullish on this daily candle or is going to do this or that on the higher time frame. No. You're finding inefficiencies on those lower time frames. You're finding reasons on why you should enter for a quick scalp in and out of the market, timing the market for a quick scalp, and you're out. Okay, it is, in my opinion, far easier to scalp 15 handles. What is this? To scalp 15 handles than basically take a day trade of 75 handles, right? If you truly ask me. So here, you hold this breaker, you start to push up, you have the nice push here. So now you know you're most likely going to win the trade. You're extremely close towards that target. And then right here, in a few minutes, you hit your target. What was the reasoning behind the trade? You see on this 15-minute candle, failed to close below the second candle, which would be the candle that creates the fair value gap. You find buyers right here, and then you find a reason on why you should enter because there is an unfilled gap right below, right above you, bearish unfilled 15-minute fair value gap above you that should act as a magnet. Okay, is there any questions? I think I've been talking a lot for the last 30 minutes. So if you have any questions, guys, make sure to type them in the chat. It will be a pleasure for me to respond to those questions. It is not something, let's say, a strategy that is common for you, that is for sure. I don't see a lot of people trading that way. That's 100%. Even if you're trading ICT and you know ICT concepts, this is most likely not something you've seen a lot. Okay. Yet another scenario. What is happening right here, guys? Same thing. We're creating a bullish revalue. This is going to be my last trade that I'm going to go over with you guys. But you see here, 15-minute bullish revalue gap is being created. Now, the levels to my left are always subjective. I don't know if this is going to hold. I don't know if we're going to sweep this high and then hold. So I always want to base myself on what is happening on the 1-minute chart when this 15-minute gap is being created. Are we having signs of aggression from those sellers? Are we accepting price above the previous candle's high? Right here, I can see that we can't accept price above the previous 15-minute candle's high. So this is a really good sign for me to go short back into this 15-minute unfilled. But then let me go on this 1-minute chart and find a reason on why I should enter the chart. Okay, so here a brand new candle will open. This is the hourly close. You never want to trade in those. And right here, look at what is going to happen. Sweep this high, and you have what? High, low, higher high. If you break below this low here, you will have a breaker pattern. So now this could be a good potential short opportunity to scalp the most recent fair value gap that is being created. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to wait for price to break below this low, and I will enter on a retest. Okay. So right here, we're breaking below this low. I have my retest. I have my breaker block entry, sell, stop loss right above this candle's high. Take profit where? At a 1-to-1 risk to reward. As simple as that. Okay, you're risking 145 to make 145. Of course, that looks ugly. Of course, it's not a 1-to-4 like your mentor promised you. But I can guarantee one thing to you is that lower risk to reward is way more consistent. Okay. And you guys see in few minutes you hold and you hit your target. Okay, so these were, in my opinion, the best scalps of the week. Okay, in terms of opportunities, these were basically this is a system that you could have been able to look at multiple trades in that week and be able to scalp 10 to 15 handles without being scared or without telling yourself that you had bad psychology. All right, the most important thing in trading is going on every single day with the same framework, same mindset, same system, and building and trying to get 1% better at it every single time. Okay. Yeah, this is a game changer. I trade ICT, but wait for big moves, SMT inversions, for a big swing on reversals. But this is good base hits that are seen every day. Do you use the 15-minute, then 1-minute entry? Yes, you can use the 15-minute, 1-minute entry or the 5-minute, 15-second entry. Okay. I could literally go and show you guys this exact system that is working in real time every single day, even on the 5-minute chart. Okay, if I go on this 5-minute chart, you guys will be able to see it pretty well. We're forming a 5-minute gap from this candle. Look at what's going to happen. 5-minute gap is going to be created. We're going to go over this. I really don't care. I want people to have this in their mind. Okay, you see, 5-minute gap is being created. What is going to happen? Boom, we dig into this 5-minute gap. Really good, quick scalp you could have found somewhere right here. Okay. You create gaps, you can't, you're accepting price above the previous candle's high. You don't want to trade those. Then good, on the 5, let's wait. You're forming a 5-minute bearish gap. Good, we know this is most likely a good draw on liquidity. So now I'm going to find reasons on why I should enter longs back towards this unfilled 5, but it will be on a lower time frame. Look at what happens. Boom, we tap this gap. Oh my God. Is it really a way that you can find scalps? Yes, it is a really good way that you can find scalps, in my opinion, rather than, oh my God, I have this daily bias and London highs and London lows and Asian liquidity and this and that. Gaps are forming. Price needs to retrace back towards those gaps. It's as simple as this. Okay. If you can't explain the reason on why a participant in the market that is going against you would lose over the long run, your system is dog shit. I don't care what you can say about this to fight with me on that, but if you can't state the reason why someone that is going against you on a position would lose in the long run, you don't have a system. Okay, so right here you see 5 minute gap is being created. Boom, good signs of aggression from those buyers. You see those gaps being, pulled back to. Then right here, what is happening? Again, 5 minute gap is being created. We're sweeping this buy side, and a 5 minute gap here, bullish 5 minute gap is being created. What is going to happen next? What do I think price is going to do? If we fail to close above the previous candle's high, price is going to retrace back down towards this unfilled. Good. Let's wait for other confirmations. Same thing right here. We sweep sell side. We have an unfilled gap right above us. What is price doing? Retracing back towards it. So really what it comes down to is finding a framework overall. And if that framework, you see it hitting accurately, it could be on the higher time frame, it could be on the 5 minute, it could be on the 15, the 30, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, whatever it is. If you see it hit accurately, if you see it hit accurately, then your job is to dig deep, so deep into the system that is working accurately, just by looking at it with your own eyes, and find every reasons on why this trade was a loser. Why did this trade ran for 60 handles rather than 15? Why did this work? Why did this didn't work? Looking at, bigger candles than that, looking at structure, looking at times, and then you will have a good grasp of what you're doing. But right here, in my opinion, really good way that you can get consistent base hits. All right. And for the people who are telling you you need to be a market wizard to make money, no, you need to consistently take 15 to 20 handles daily, and you're outperforming everyone, in my opinion. All right, so hopefully this little masterclass, this little weekly review of last week's price action, just looking at 15-minute unfilled gaps and structure, and what am I expecting to see if we can't see any acceptance below the previous candle's low, etc. Hopefully it gave y'all some value, and hopefully you guys will be able to implement that in your system, and being able also to look at them a little bit more in your charts. Okay, but let's say just today, okay, I saw that happening also today. We created a gap here. Good. So now we couldn't, so we failed to reject this high, but good. So we still have the next candle that can tell us, all right, there's a lot of sellers right here, and we need to retrace back down towards this gap. So here, if the next candle opens up, shoots up, market structure shift, it could be a nice short back down towards this gap. Okay, look at what's gonna happen. New candle opens up, sweeps the previous candle's high, dumps back down towards the gap. Good. This could have been the scalp of the day. Okay, there's multiple other trades like those that you can take in a day. But if you can scalp one and be, consistent on that one only, then you just found your system. Good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little weekly recap. Now we're gonna go over and do a little backtesting tournament, 2 games of 10 minutes, and the winner is gonna win. What am I gonna give? We're gonna give away FX Replay memberships, and we're gonna give away also 2 50K growth accounts. All right. So make sure to like the stream, show some love. I need at least 100 likes. We're 76, but you gotta share the stream to your brother, your sister, your uncle. I don't care. I need to see 100 likes there. All right. All right. Let me just bring that up right here. Battles. Right, good. We are Gucci. We are Gucci. Chocolate milk? Nah. This is coffee, my brother. I'm an OG. Yeah, still young, but drinking hella coffee. Already addicted to caffeine, bro. This is insane. I don't know what I'm gonna look like at 40 years old. I'm gonna drink like 7 coffees in a day. New battles. Okay, so we're gonna start a battle. We're gonna call it Tradeify TV. All right, guys. Duration. You know what? We're gonna do like 7 minutes. We're gonna make it quick. All right, just like a quick chess game. All right, and then we're gonna do NQ because NQ is the best. Profit target. We're not gonna have any profit targets. Max drawdown. Mass risk per trade 2%. Let's get right into it. So we're gonna create it. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm gonna share the link right here. Just shared the link with you guys. You guys should be able to see it and join from the chat. I want to see a lot of people joining. This is a backtesting tournament, and the top 3 of each games will win. What is it? Yeah, FX Replay memberships. But the 50k growth accounts, I need 100 likes to give them away. So, man, run that like button up. Start liking the stream. We can't right now. We can't do any giveaways on the 50ks. So in like 2 minutes, I'm gonna start. If you guys have any questions, type them in the chat. Right now, we're doing, a little backtesting tournament to make a little challenge and make that pretty nice. How do you change your name on FX Replay? I really don't know. I really don't know. I think it's when you're signing in. Possibly, I would say. No, the winners do not get gross. I will basically select people from the chat who will win. All right. I will wait a little bit. I will wait. Just passed an eval today for growth. What happens next after I activate it? You're funded. You can start making money with it. So you have a $3,000 profit target to reach, and then you can request $1,500 on your first payout. Then you need to make an extra 1,500 to put that balance again back up towards to 3,000 again, and you can request 2,000 now. And then every time it goes up and up and up and up, it can go all the way up to 3k per payout. Where's the link? I just sent y'all the link. You can see like the ID on the top left. You guys should be able to see the ID. But what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to backtest using the strategy that I just gave y'all. Trying to scalp unfilled gaps, trying to find reasons on what I should enter in and exit the market using the strategy. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into the business. Let's go. Can I start? Tell me. Okay, that's good. We don't want no lags. All right, that's perfect. All right, come on, guys. Good luck to everyone. For the one who are gonna place in top 3, you guys are gonna receive FX Replay memberships, but the growth accounts, I will be the one. Basically, I will tell you guys who won the giveaway. We're not gonna make a giveaway based on the performance of this session here for the Tradeify accounts. All right. Can I go to next day open? What is this? Is it me lagging or? Why does it? Alright, it doesn't let me go to next day open for some reason. I don't know why it does that. All right, I need to skip it this wait 1 hour. That's all good. I can scalp my way. Can scalp my way from 9:30. So this is pretty good. Let's go, guys. Good luck. Have fun. And we're gonna start right now. So 9:30 opens up right here. This place is down. Good. We could potentially see a play soon. Okay, this candle is closing. All right. Okay, price is pushing up right there. We will try to enter some longs here. Stop loss right below this candle's low, targeting this most recent high. I like the rejection from the 15. I think we could go back towards this 15-minute upwick right there. Let me see here. I can just enter market. Okay, so we're in. Let's see. We trade here for now. And we hit the target. Let's go. First trade was a win. Let's yay. I think I've seen this price action before. I know I backtested a lot in my life, but I think I've seen this price action before. I don't know from when though, but okay, really good aggression from those sellers right here. I want to see signs of weakness right here from those sellers. I don't want to see us accept below 42. Yeah, we did accept price there, 54, 55. Not bad for now though, but yeah, I don't like it. Let's keep going. You guys can still join, by the way. There's 3 minutes left. Okay, 3 minutes left. I need to go quick. Come on. Give me a decent trade now. It doesn't give me any trades now. Okay. Oh, guys. This is such a good setup, in my opinion, right here. I will... You know what? We'll try to go long from... We'll try to go long from here. 3 minute gap. Tight stop. 1-to-1. We'll try to go here long. I'm filled here on this 3. Okay, good. You know what? I'm gonna add. I really like this play. This is like a really good setup. I'm gonna put tighter stops here. All right, really good push. Really good push. Let's go again. Okay, okay. Yeah, I can't go to the next day open. Hopefully I'll be able to pull something out right here. Come on, guys. We're doing great right now, actually. Not bad. It's not bad at all. Right now, really good play. Damn. That's a really good play here. Okay, I'm gonna enter pretty... Oh, damn. I really wanted to see that. We're gonna enter pretty heavy here. Okay. I don't want to see price going below this. So quick scalp here. Back towards this unfilled. You see how we created this unfilled gap? I want to see price ripping towards it right now. No, I tapped the 15. No. I clicked on the 15-minute chart. That was unlucky. It went one handle away from my target. Unlucky. All good. Damn, that was unlucky. No. Damn. Okay. I think I can find my scalp here. Potentially a good scalp here, actually. I will try it. I will try it. Mark it. I will try to go for bigger gains. How much time? 46 seconds left. I have to double down on this trade. Ooh! Come on. That's the type of aggression I want to see here from sellers. No way. Yeah, that will be... That's quite some... Nice. Okay, nice push. Nice. I think we could go down all the way here. Nine seconds. Let's go. Okay, we locked in a good trade here. Really, really clean. All right. That was a good session. Not bad. 5.3%. 5.3%. 4 out of 6 trades. This is unlucky. I would have been 5 out of 6 at least. Was the podium. Luisito, 61.2 score. Oh, hell no. I don't know what my name is though, but I think it's excited something. Yeah, it's me. Okay, I'm on 5th. I'm on 5th place. Yeah, this is me. 537 and 80% win rate. I'm on 5th. Not bad, not bad. Considering the fact that some people are letting it run. Yeah, I know there could be some people doing some stuff that I actually don't know about. 61.2 seems like a score that is hard to get. This is why I don't give away those accounts to those people right here. But we can do a rematch. Let's do a rematch, guys. This was really nice. Really good price action we had. 6 out of 4. We're going to do the same exact thing. Join this battle right here. We're going to do this last battle. 7 minutes. Join in. You guys. Come on. Join in. And then I'm going to wrap this up with the giveaway. I'm gonna say who won the giveaway on the 50k accounts. We're at 76 likes here. If we can bring that up to 80, that would be insane. I wanted 100, but not a lot of people are joining. I don't know. I think if we make those backtesting tournaments at what, like 1-2 p.m., more people would come. A lot of my viewers are from Europe and stuff. It's quite late there. So this is, oh shit, this is the game ID right here. You can join from this link. Everyone I see is always chasing the big moves and more often than not getting burned doing that, I guess. Your method is straight to the point, mechanical, guarantee profits, small win stacks. Yeah, man. I mean, in my opinion, just the approach of stacking base hits is the right approach to have, and not going for home runs. Home runs is, when you're getting so good at taking those consistent base hits that you recognize the blood when there's blood in the market, and when you can start stepping in for a little bit more size. And it takes a lot of stuff to align together for it to be a high probable, high risk to reward trade. So let's start right here. For the people who want to join, you can join in at any time. Good luck, have fun, everyone. Last game I did perform pretty well. 5 out of 5 trades, out of 6 trades I won 4, and I think that was 1 break even. Go to okay, next day open works now. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's start, guys. Come on. Big push here from this 15-minute candle. Let's see what we can take from this, if price is accepting it below or not. Acceptance below. You see here acceptance. Price can't seem to find its way. Okay, still went towards this 15-minute gap. Don't, you know, want to engage in those kind of trades though, usually. This is not bad. This isn't bad, bro. This isn't a bad short. This isn't a bad short in my opinion. I'll try this market because of the aggression. Ooh, come on. Sniped it. Let's go. Sniped it. Let's go. Keep going, guys. Okay. Okay, okay. Hella chop here. Hella choppy day. Let's see what we can get from this PM session here. If we can get any imbalances being formed, it would be cool. Okay, good imbalance here. You see price is being ran by those buyers. So now let's see if we can have a short opportunity back to the downside. Hard play to take here. I'm just gonna go to the next day open. This is hard to read. 1-0 right now. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if we fail to accept. Hmm. 3-minute gap. Yeah, we did fail to accept, but this is like a hard trade. This is a hard trade to take. I will not take it. This is a really hard trade to take. Bro, can I go on the one? Alright. Okay. Potentially find something here that is interesting. Could potentially enter inside this breaker. Let's wait. Yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad towards the unfilled. Holding. Fortunate. Good try though. Yeah, this is hard price action here. Okay. Let's see if I can scalp something here inside this range. 26. All right. Failing to accept. Let's see if I can have a nice displacement up from here. 36. Price moves down. I want to see if I can take a long here back towards this unfilled. I'll take this as my short, as my long. Ooh, nice. Come on, I got picked up here. Nice, really nice. So I'm going to take away 75%. The reason why I took it, you guys see we're forming a 15-minute bearish gap, failing to accept below this low. Market structure shift, fair value gap, targeting it, and right now it's ripping. So now I could potentially, I took out 75% of my profits. Now let's, you know, try to go for bigger targets. Let's go for 50% of that range for this second target and then go for all the way up. It has slight chances of going there, but it could still rip. Okay. I didn't even put my stop loss to break even. I'm actually dumb. All right. All good. Ooh, okay, that's really good. Not bad at all. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take this one. I'll take this one back up. I'll take this long opportunity right here, market. You see that move up? You see that move up right here? Back towards what? This unfilled gap. Right here. You see it? This is your target. This is your where you're aiming at. Really good scalp. 75%. I'm gonna go break even. Pushes up. Let's pray it holds. You see those gaps are where buyers and sellers are located. Right here, of course, I'm demanding a lot from the market on the second TP, but is it me or okay, the timer doesn't reset. Damn, guys, it happened to us twice. It's all good. I'm gonna take 2 more trades and then we're gonna call it. Well, you guys are able to see it in real time. Okay, closed, I guess. Closed, I guess. 2.46% profits. And yeah, 75% win rate. Let's see the podium. Is it me? Who is it? Is it me? Guys, is it me? Or I'm tripping? I think it's me. Can you guys confirm that it's me? Yeah, it's me. Damn. Let's go. I won my own tournament. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So yeah, I won the tournament. Absolutely locked in. Basically what I did, if you're asking, let's say in this backtesting tournament and the previous one, what I did was that I scalped internal unfilled 15-minute gaps. I was looking at areas of aggression from participants in the market. Let's say here in this case, we had, let me just show y'all exactly what I did. But basically, let me just show y'all here. It will be easier. Well, let's say here in this case, if we're creating 15-minute bullish gaps or bearish gaps, let's say in this case, we created a 15-minute bearish gap. I know that if we're failing to accept below the second candle, which is the one that creates the fair value gap, I have reasons on why I should enter back towards this unfilled. All right. You know, trying to find reasons on why I should enter, why I should stay out, and trying to time my scalps in and out of the market 10, 15, 20 handles, and then letting some runners sometimes go deeper. This is basically the only thing I did here today. So yeah, that was pretty much it, guys. So for the 50K growth account giveaways, what can we do? I don't have the marble race. I don't have the bot rigs also for this channel. What can we do, guys? We can do the select the number stuff like we used to, but what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna select 2 people from the stream that were active, let's say asking questions and stuff after the stream, and we're gonna send you 2 accounts. All right, I don't have anything to do the giveaways with. Basically, I don't have we could, the only thing we can do is the numbers, because I don't have the marble race, and the bot rigs it's not connected to my YouTube. Okay, so we could do numbers. If you guys want me to do numbers, tell it in the chat. If not, I could just select 2 people that were active in the chat, and the thing is with numbers, it's hard to know who typed it in first, you know. Numbers. Okay, then we're gonna do numbers, guys. All right, so we're gonna do one number. Okay, that will be easier. We're gonna do one number, and I'm gonna pick one person in the chat that was active and that asked really good questions. And yeah, and make sure you have your email in your YouTube description. This is how I can send you the account. All right, so what we're gonna do right now is we're 76, a number from 1 to 80. Okay, 1 to 80. I locked in my number, and if you get it, you get it. Good luck, have fun. Okay. Come on. I don't see it. I have to put my phone here to see who types it first. No. Gamer4TV, good shit. Gamer4TV, he typed 12. The number was 12. So congrats, Gamer4TV. You had the right number. And make sure to have your email in your YouTube description. This is the only way for me to give you the account. Okay, but the number was 12. I told you guys it's pretty hard to do it with the numbers stuff. The next person, I'm gonna select it, and I will make sure that on the next stream I have the marble race set up. So I appreciate you guys so much again for showing up. You know, it's not easy to show up on a Monday night to make a weekly recap of the previous week, and you know, look back at the opportunities that you missed, or you know, look back at a framework that is currently working that you didn't see. It is a whole process. Trading is a process. It is long. It's not easy. It's not linear. That's something that is extremely important to say, guys. Trading is not something that is linear. Even if you start being consistent, profits isn't a good indicator of if you're doing something right or wrong. You following your plan is, though. You could have 2 losing months in a row, but if you respected your plan to the T and respected everything about your strategy, then that is how you measure your success in trading. Okay, so this is basically one thing. Make sure you know that you come every single day. Okay, every single day you log in front of your chart. Make sure to look at the chart with the same exact approach. Try to get 1% better every single day. Do not compare yourself to anyone, and this journey is not linear. Even if you lose some months, even if you have a loss streak, these are not good indicators of if you're growing or not. Okay, so appreciate you guys so much for showing love, for being there on the Tradeify TV streams and even on my streams. I'll see you guys on Wednesday 9:15 a.m. EST for the live stream with Tradeify. I'll be a guest there. And yeah, so see you guys there. Much love, peace out, and take care.